Hello everyone, a very good afternoon. This is Sainath here. I am from Videsh Consults, and we are into the abroad education sector from the last 10 years, and we have been successful actually in sending the students to study in Germany, Italy and many other European countries. So today our focus is actually on the topic of Germany, where actually we're going to be discussing about the pros and cons of studying in Germany, and what are the benefits a student can expect, and how is the visa procedure, and what is the admission structures like. So first of all, Germany is actually in the heart of Europe, and it is one of the strongest countries in Europe continent. And then actually Germany GDP is the highest in European continent, where actually Germany stands in the third position throughout the world in terms of GDP and industrialization, which means actually you take the companies like BMW, Audi, Mercedes, Volkswagen, and these all the world famous companies are from Germany. So naturally it depicts the quality of the output what a student can expect studying in such a wonderful place. So by Germany actually earlier it was including Austria, and later actually it was subdivided into Austria and Germany. And in this Germany, the currency what they use is called euro, and which is to Indian currency equivalents to about 80 rupees. And then currently Germany stands number one in terms of the international student requirement, which means actually in Germany the education is actually sponsored by the government, which is actually the local governments of Germany. They are sponsoring for the international students also. That's the reason why the tuition fees in Germany is as low as just 500 euros per semester, which means a student is allowed to study the master's or the bachelor program in Germany with the public universities at a very reasonable pricing, which is hardly about 367 euros to 500 euros per semester. And to start with, actually in Germany the first thing is actually getting admission itself is one of the tough nut to crack. So basically all the universities in Germany, they are again categorized in total. We have 367 universities. They are further classified and categorized into Volksschule, Hochschule and technical universities. And in this, the technical universities are 9, where these technical universities are believed to be the best universities in Germany. But one thing is very simple, is that actually a student, when they go and study there, so in the technical universities they are going to have the university where actually they have their own research center. But whereas in Hochschule and Volksschule, these universities are tied up with the local companies to provide the practical industrial training. So as an international perspective or international student perspective is concerned, these all universities are one and the same to study there. And by default, all these universities are actually having huge crowd and actually make number of applications it seems. So now actually let us say a university which has about 40 non-EU seats, which is actually they have a capacity of taking 40 seats. They usually have applications of about 300 to 400 applications in that, which means the admission is very, very competitive. And the parameters what actually a student shall take is actually, the first thing is Germany, more or less all the universities, they require minimum of IELTS 6.0, which is a student need to just have to attend the IELTS exam with a minimum band of 6.0 and overall of 6.0 in all the bands. So this is one cutoff for the language constraint. And the other thing is actually as I was told you, the competition is very, very high, so it's better the profile is as good as possible. So naturally a student whose profile is over 70%, ideally they can also apply for Germany. And then again, after applying for Germany, basically it takes about 2 to 3 months for the universities to process. So we have 2 intakes in Germany, the one which is starting in March, and the other intake which is the main intake which starts in September. And for the March intake, we have the application deadline as January 15th, but we encourage the students to start the application at least 4 months before the commencement, which is actually the ideal time to start for the March intake will be in the month of October, November. And for the September intake, ideal time will be to start in the month of January or February, so that you will have convenient time for the application thing. And then what happens actually once you make the application? So basically in Germany, about 60% of universities, they are actually again supported by the Uni Assist. Uni Assist is a different service which is actually helping the universities to filter out the requirements and filter out the non-qualifying applications beforehand. And for this, UniAssist is going to charge 75 euros for the first application and followed by 15 euros additionally for every extra application made which is being processed through UniAssist. So we at Videsh Consults, we're going to be guiding the students actually how to filter out the universities based on the profile and we help the students to reduce the number of applications and get to success. So the funda is very simple, basically based on our previous experiences and the given competition is there. So we're going to be assessing your profile accordingly and we will be filtering out the best universities possible for you to apply. And thereby actually once you get admission, the admission is the main constraint with Germany. So once you get admission, I would say 99% your visa has been assured. The reason behind it is very simple. The first thing is the student is already having a IELTS which is 6.0, which has already been the consulate benchmark. On top of that, a student need to show the funds, and generally the cost of living in Germany is about 700 euros to 750 euros per month as per the German consulate requirement is concerned. So now actually for this we have a separate account called Deutsche Bank blocked account. And in this Deutsche Bank blocked account, a student need to open a special account called International Student Blocked Account. In this, we shall deposit 10,500 euros in advance before applying for the visa. And once you open this blocked account and you deposit these funds, then you will have a statement of that. And along with the statement, offer letter, we have to apply for the visa at the concerned local consulate. So this is the general visa procedure, actually how it has to be done, and VFS is actually helping the facilitation of this visa process. And coming to the selection of universities, see, Germany is actually very excellent in terms of technical education is concerned. So we have a masters in electronics, mechanical, IT, automation, wind engineering and chemical engineering, bioinformatics, biotechnology, biological sciences, and ranging from whatnot, all related to technical education. This is the best place to study, believe me. So basically what's happening in Germany, all these are research oriented masters, and this masters is again actually classified as in the previous videos which we explained. This education is actually called Bologna process, and in this Bologna process a student is supposed to clear 120 credits over a period of 2 years, which is each semester the weightage will be about 30 credits. So in this 30 credits the student will be going for about 5 to 6 subjects per semester, and also of course they do have some internships within the first third semester, and after that the final semester what it is the student need to go for the internship or a training within the companies. So naturally after completion of this particular the last semester, a student is exposed himself with the practical work culture there. And of course Germany is a place of land of ideas, what we call. So naturally there are so many new startup companies coming up. So finding a job or finding an entry level job is not a big deal, or at least finding an internship is not at all a problem. And again, coming to the language constraint, people have a phobia that Germany is German language spoken and I don't know German, so do I qualify to study there? So it is only a myth. So because we have sent thousands of students to Germany to pursue the masters, which is absolutely taught in English. So you don't need to require any GRE GRE exam there or not the German language certifications. So we have hundreds of programs which are taught completely in English. So we can apply for that particular program, and as long as your complete masters is taught in English, German language is not at all a necessity. But of course, yes, if you know German language, it will be very easy for you to socialize. So for that reason, all the universities in Germany, they are providing German language training for the first 6 months at free of cost, which means actually you pay nothing to university, and in turn you have the option to explore your language skills. Thus by you can have the socializing aspect also on top of that. And then we have also the possibility of applying for scholarships, which is through DAD. DAD is actually the scholarship awarding body which is helping the students from non-EU to get the scholarships also to study there. So we encourage the students to start the application as soon as possible, so we can also apply for this particular scholarships. And internships is very positive point in Germany, where the companies are looking for, they are tied up with the local companies, all the universities. Naturally within your universities you have the possibility of going for the career surveys, and this career service, they have the tie-ups with the local companies, and they will be guiding you how to apply for internships. And also, not only just within Germany, a student who is studying in Germany has a possibility of finding the internship within the 26 Schengen countries. So naturally you have a lot of options to explore out there, and all these programs actually like taught in English, so language is not a constraint there. And then the research options, the people who are actually like wanted to enhance their further research skills in these fields are absolutely supported by the university, and all the universities, they do also have the options for PhD, which means after your completion of your masters you can also apply for the PhDs available there. And coming to the post-study options, Germany is one of the exclusive country which is providing 18 months of job search visa after the course completion, which means after you study 2 years of masters, you have by default 18 months job stayback option there, and within these 18 months you are expected to find some employment which is related to your field or not related. Still, as long as you are employed, as long as you are a full-time employee, you are eligible for the work permit extension, and usually we call EU blue card that. And then the language, of course, like Germany is a German language country, so naturally it is advisable for all the students within this 2 years of frame of time, if you complete the language training also, like at least up to the B1 or B2 level, then of course you will be in a position to talk to them in the locals, and of course you have the better options to find the employment options after you have the language thing. So we strictly encourage all the students. So being in India, we have so many centers actually where the German language is taught. As I told you earlier, so we're going to start the application process way ahead. So naturally you also have the time to also like brush up the German language skills in the basic level within India. So before you go, at least you have some sort of proficiency where you know actually like what is the language about and how is the basic vocabulary there, and that would definitely help the student in a long way after going there. And coming to safety terms is concerned, Germany is one of the most safest countries in Europe. So like as per the statistics also concerned, actually like we don't have any what is a terrorism, or we don't have any what is a racial attacks in Germany. So the students are actually very calm and peaceful there, and of course the locals are very welcoming. And by the word Germany, we believe actually it's very bit strange, but not at all. German people are very welcoming and very warm. So you don't need to worry about it. Okay, thank you.